Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your XLR Boost 32RZR14 fifth wheel toy hauler. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for your awning to come in and out over here. On your off campsite, do have a little slide to think about. And then over here on your off camp side, besides your two slides, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water is going to plug in up toward the front of the unit on the driver's side of your tow vehicle. And your power is going to plug in right back here behind these tires. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing you're going to do is level your unit. Now you do have control up here for your, in the front, up here for your landing legs. Extend to raise or retract to lower those. Once you got them level, next thing we're gonna do is bring down our stabilizing jacks. You have rear stabilizing jacks on this unit. They are power. There's a manual override in case your power doesn't work here. Simply just go ahead and extend. Now one may come down before the other. As they come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Run these down just until it feels like it's going to start to lift the unit. Remember, our unit's already level. All we want to do is stabilize it. Get these down taut. Once our unit's level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Again, big long 50 amp cord plugs in the rear back here. This pistol grip, the way they go in, you'll press it in, turn it to the right, and then lock it on with this black washer. At the end of that 50 amp service, should you need to plug into a campsite with 30, we have what's called a dog bone, bring you from 50 amp down to 30. And then if you need to plug into a 110 at home or anywhere else, you'll run that 30 amp down to 15 on the end of that. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. Those docking stations are going to be right above our hot water heater here. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. Don't know what water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up. Hook up your hose, turn that hose on, go inside and open up all of your water taps. Make sure you got a nice steady flow of water going through them. Once you do, shut them off. Then you'll know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn that on from indoors. Let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna hook up to city water. We're gonna go boondocking or dry camping. In that case, we're just simply gonna fill up our fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this with a hose. What you want to do is go inside and watch your tanks as you're filling them. Inside where you check your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Hold that down, watch this fill up. Once it is full, remove your hose, put that cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That is already pressurized. All right, we're all set up with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of that unit on the outside. Continuing on your off campsite, I'll start in the front here. Here's where you prep for solar. You can plug in a solar panel there. Your propane battery is in here. Pass-through storage. It's a cover for your windows inside your garage area. There's a table that you can take out or use into your garage. Right above that is going to be an outdoor hot and cold shower. It's a magnet to hold your doors open. Black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks down there. Again, your hot water heater. City and fresh water. Cable and satellite. Sewer, wastewater. Underneath here is your low point drains. Underneath your tire there, right by that axle, is going to be your freshwater drain. It's going to be a flue for your furnace. Two things on that. If you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. Make sure nothing's ever blocking it. On your slide, that is a vent for your microwave. Coming down the back again, your power. Your fueling station. Got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Your garage area, deck and patio, I'll bring that down shortly. Come back over to our campsite. Again, our stabilizing jacks. There's a leash link in case you want to bring your pet. If you're prepped for a TV, you can hang a TV there. A couple outdoor speakers and cable and 110 right there. Continuing down your campsite, the other side of your pass-through storage with your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. Just below that storage will be a quick connect LP. Other side of your propane. Coming up front, up top you've got a little storage. To the left, batteries, and to the right is where it's prepped for a generator. Above, again, docking lights. And your landing leg controls in the white. About covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. On these steps, I'll show you when we're closing the unit up, but bringing them in or out, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this could catch on it. First thing I like to point out coming up inside the unit is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Turning immediately into my right, I'm going to open up this cabinet to our control panel. So up top here is your brand new battery. Fresh button, that's one that's said to hold down to tell when you're filling your potable or freshwater tank. Black tanks, gray tank. Over here is where you turn on your fuel pump. Down here is where you turn on your water pump. These are all lighting, ground, awning, heat pads. That's where you turn on a pad to warm up your tanks if you're in inclement weather. Living room light, lamp light, front awning extend and slide control. On your awning, I'm going to show you real quick here. You don't want to run that awning out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. You can see that bar. If you're not paying attention and continue, that will run itself up backwards and start to run itself up backwards all by itself. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you only run it out until your flap falls down. Go ahead and run that the rest of the way back in here. As it is coming in. And that's about the last of everything in the control panel. Down below the control panel is going to be an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there, a couple 30s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. To my left around the corner is your propane carbon monoxide detector. This is 12 volt, which means it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, boondocking somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, and you're going to be gone for the day, use that battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Got our awning in. Let's close our entry doorway. Let's stay right here in the hallway real quick and come to the right to my Go Power solar on board. The whole function of this solar charge controller is to keep from overcharging your batteries. This controls your solar panels from overcharging your batteries. You see your 12-volt battery set at 13.3, fully charged. The only thing you have to do is make sure that you are on the correct battery type. I'm going to send you a completely separate video from GP Electric on this, give you a better understanding on it. But that is a vent. Push that out to let air out if you got fumes in this garage area. Lastly, on the wall, when you are prepped for generator, this is where you will start and stop that generator. To my left on the wall, lastly, is your thermostat. Turn that on. You will control your AC and heat from that. Coming into our kitchen area. Before going in there, I'll mention your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing now, folks, is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening and you're plugged in at a camp, why use your gas when you can crank the heat up on this, kick that heat up to 82 on this, and it'll get it toasty in here in no time. Into our kitchen. Got individual lighting here. Self-explanatory microwave. Your cooktop has a light and a fan. Panel light here. Rock this top back for a backsplash. Turn that to light, it changes to red. Hit your spark when your gas is on, you'll get your flame here. Same thing on your oven. Turn this to light, hit your spark down here, that will light it, and then set this to the desired temperature. Rock that panel light down for an oven light. Here you have fridge over here. Show you quickly how to turn this hide a sofa into a sofa. Fold our legs out. Unhook our safety strap. As this folds down, we'll lift up on the bottom, pull forward on the back, and that gives you your seating. Seating over here. Make sure you strap them down for travel. You have lighting over here and USB ports. Show you a couple ways to set these seats down. One is we'll pull it off the wall, pull our legs out, lay this down, one side of a bed, or again jackknife this up into another sleeping quarter or another sofa. Do the same thing on that side. Set the exterior table in there for a dinette area. You are prepped for a TV up here as well. Cable in 110. Just want to mention, when you do hook a TV up, if you run your digital channel scan, make sure that you have that green light on. That's a digital channel enhancer to allow you to pick up some more channels. Bunk area up there. So we have to just make sure that our cotter pins are removed. And then grab this handle and pull it down. As that comes down, the front flops down, and just that quickly, you're in the bed position. Alright, so I'm going to bring your deck down here. Just one person says, stand clear, heavy door. But because of this spring down here, it really helps make this heavy door quite a bit lighter. So I pull it toward me. Now I just walk it down with one hand. And you see I already got the cotters. So we've already got our cables hooked up on there. If you want to turn this into a deck, simply remove your cotters, remove your cable, and lay it down. for a deck. And slide these out, and as you see, both sides are going to have this little silver ball to push in. Sometimes it's hard to do with one hand, but sometimes I can get the silver ball to stay in while I pull everything else, but not always. There it goes. So these are going to slide right into those. This will unlock, come out to this side. Bring the other side out, swing that out. Again, silver ball, pull that forward, lock in down here. And entry door will swing around here. And just that quickly, got a deck. Now we just reverse the process, put everything back. Push on the back of these to release those. Swing that around. Push this forward. Swing it in. The easiest way to remember which one goes in first is your boost sign. Boost will always go to the outside. Tucked up in there. Velcro that back up. Again, another two-handed deal. And then we'll just lift our door back up. Biggest thing on these doors is our cable. Way to make sure that they don't get stuck in your door is to lift it and tuck it right back behind your deck. It is easier with two people. As you see, this one's sticking out. Grab it, tuck it up behind our deck, and our door closes much easier. Don't forget to keep these padlocked. And there it covers that. Over here we've got a Furion sound system. I don't know how much I'll pick up on the indoors, but I'll give it a scan here.
$1,000 on a nicer newer car. The more you spend, the more
indoors.
you save. So if the flame's gone out of your old ride, this deal's on fire. You could save up to $3.
Or outdoors. Dual zoned, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth. Nice sound system. Up the hallway into our bathroom. Just want to mention in here, lighting to our left. This is where we'll turn on our hot water heater. Now you don't want to have this on generally without your hot water heater being full of water. So take and turn that on after it is full of water. Just set it at the desired temperature. Whenever you need hot water, it'll be there. Shower, make sure that you have this snapped closed for travel. Have a little access panel down here underneath your sink. We got it removed to show you all that. Just some plumbing to keep an eye on. 110 with GFCI reset in your bathroom. You also have a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. Back into our bedroom. USBs on each end. Your own AC unit back here. Hand control that. Lights, slide control for our wardrobe over here. That about covers everything in here. We do have just a little bit of storage up underneath here. It's like we're getting ready to leave the campsite and close the unit up. We'll start by hitting slide in and bring in this wardrobe slide. To slide in, I'll shut this light off. Go into my bathroom again, making sure that that shower door is secure for travel. Make sure any vents are closed. Shut the lights off in there. Come down and say doors and drawers. go through the unit, make sure all the doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede this slide from coming in. I'm going to put that back up into a stowed away position so that our feet aren't dragging on the floor as that comes across. Come to my control panel, shut off all my lights, and then I can look around and see all the individual lights that I need to shut off. Just accent lights throughout the unit. Come back to my control panel, turn on my living room lights, and we're just going to hit slide in. So bring that slide in here. Again, making sure nothing's in the way of that slide. Shut off our living room lights and exit the unit. Now again, on these steps, make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Then you can lift this up in there. You also have adjustable feet. Simply press in on this metal piece on the bottom and lift the foot up or down wherever you like. This just sets inside. Pull that out and lock that in. Now before you leave the dump station, make sure you lock and deadbolt this exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. I say that in case you want to go inside and check your tanks. If we're out boondocking, we're going to get up underneath here and dump that low point freshwater tank over there in that white handle. Everywhere else, bring up our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, our cable, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. It's going to be just behind your tow vehicle on your driver's side. Hook up your 10-foot hose and pull that black handle. That's going to be your sewage. When that's done, go inside and check and make sure that that's empty. When it is empty, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, come up here to black tank flush, put that in there and let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that black tank handle, make sure all that washout you just put in there has drained, and then you can close that black. Then we'll pull our gray handle. Now while that gray handle is going, reach up underneath here and pull those, open up both those low point drains. The low point drains are done. Make sure this gray is empty. When it is, close it. Grab your sewage hose and store it in a sanitary, convenient place and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this boost for many years to come. Happy camping.